Not all control comes from authority. Sometimes it comes from the people beside you, smiling, nodding, agreeing. No threats, no weapons. Just belonging. Peer pressure isn't childish. It's primal. And its psychology runs deeper than most of us realize. We picture teenagers, cigarettes behind the bike shed, the cliché of youthful rebellion. But the truth is, peer pressure never goes away. It just changes costume. In adulthood, it wears uniforms, lanyards, hashtags, and smiles. It hides in meetings, in group chats, in crowds, and even in silence. Peer pressure isn't about weakness. It's about survival. Because for most of human history, rejection meant death. To be cast out of the tribe wasn't metaphorical, it was fatal. Our ancestors learned that being wrong with the group was safer than being right alone. And that ancient survival code still rules modern behavior. The human mind is social architecture. Identity isn't built in isolation, it's constructed through feedback. Belonging shapes belief. And the first psychological lever in peer pressure is social identity, the moment we define ourselves by the group. Once the brain labels someone as one of us, logic takes a back seat. We defend the group even against evidence. From there comes normative influence. We conform to gain approval, not because we think others are right, but because being accepted feels safe. Then informational influence takes over. If everyone agrees, we assume they must know something we don't. And when that uneasy flicker of doubt surfaces, cognitive dissonance rushes in to tidy the mess. It can't be wrong, we tell ourselves, if everyone's doing it. Layer in social proof, the universal law that humans look sideways before they look inward, and the loop closes. Consensus replaces conscience. Morality becomes mimicry. In 1951, psychologist Solomon Asch set up a simple test. He showed people a line on a card, then asked them to match it to one of three others. The answer was obvious. But when actors in the room deliberately chose the wrong one, most participants followed. They saw the truth with their own eyes and denied it anyway. The lesson: the brain's fear of standing out overrides its love of being right. Reality bends faster than belonging breaks. Then came Stanley Milgram. His obedience experiments showed that when an authority figure gave orders, people would administer electric shocks they believed were deadly. But what's less remembered is this: when participants saw others refuse, they stopped too. Defiance, like conformity, spread socially. Peer pressure doesn't just silence morality, it can also awaken it. Today, peer pressure hides behind civility. In offices, employees stay silent in meetings because no one else speaks first. On social media, people echo outrage they don't even feel. In politics, applause replaces debate. The group defines the good. And the individual learns that comfort pays better than conscience. Advertisers know this. They sell not products but belonging. Join the movement. Corporations know it. This is our culture. Influencers exploit it. Everyone's talking about this. Each one leverages the same bias, the fear of being the only one who doesn't. It's no longer called peer pressure. It's called engagement. It's called team spirit. It's called solidarity. The language changes, but the lever doesn't. Psychologically, peer pressure runs on three fuels: fear, imitation, and identity. Fear of exclusion, embarrassment, or ridicule. Imitation, the brain's mirror neurons firing, teaching us what's safe to think. Identity, the belief that belonging equals safety. Manipulators exploit all three. Advertisers build false consensus to normalize consumption. Authoritarian movements turn compliance into virtue. Online mobs weaponize shame, punishing difference to enforce uniformity. The goal is simple. Make the cost of dissent higher than the price of silence. And that's the genius of peer pressure. It doesn't need violence. It recruits your own instincts to police you. Peer pressure doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. It can look like kindness. You don't want to upset anyone, or reasonableness. Don't make it awkward. Or even morality. Be on the right side of history. But each version carries the same subtext. Don't stand out. Don't break ranks. Don't question what everyone else accepts. Over time, that conditioning becomes invisible. We don't even feel pressured anymore. We just call it normal. Have you ever gone along with something just because everyone else did, only to feel that quiet doubt afterwards? Drop it below. Those moments reveal more about human psychology than any textbook. So what's the defense? It isn't rebellion for rebellion's sake. It's awareness. It's noticing when agreement feels safer than honesty. Ask yourself, do I believe this? Or do I just not want to stand out? That single question cuts through illusion faster than defiance ever could. Cialdini called it commitment and consistency. Once you've conformed once, you're more likely to conform again. So interrupt the pattern early. Say the quiet doubt out loud. Even a single voice of hesitation can puncture the illusion of consensus. Psychologists call it the minority influence effect. When one person resists confidently, the rest of the group starts to think. Not all at once, but enough to crack the surface. That's how awareness spreads. And that's why manipulative systems work so hard to keep people afraid of standing alone. Peer pressure isn't a teenage trap. It's one of humanity's oldest survival mechanisms. But awareness turns instinct into choice. The crowd can make you blind, but it can also make you brave. When everyone agrees too easily, that's the moment to think hardest. Because comfort is the enemy of conscience. This was Deceive and Believe. If you want more dark psychology exposed, hit like, subscribe, and stay sharp. Because manipulation never sleeps.